What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of AM Training. It is week 4 of the TSA program. You just saw me squat bench, deadlift bench, and now today is squat and overhead press. Now I'm going to try to make this commentary short and sweet because I feel like I've been talking too much in my last couple videos. My videos are maybe 14, 15 minutes long, and that's just too long for people to handle. Story of my life, right? Anyways, so comment down below if you're a true AM training pervert and you watch this whole video all the way through, because I look at my demographics and it looks like 2.5 minutes is pretty much where a lot of people kind of tune out. I don't know if you're fapping to my videos and 2.5 minutes is just all that you can take of this beautiful face. Let's go ahead and talk about my back pain. So I talked about my last video where my back pain's at. I'm saying that it's improving, about 2 out of 10 pain. It kind of goes from back and forth, maybe 2 to 3. So I get the question of how to deal with back pain, either through the comments or they actually shoot me a little private message through YouTube, and they just kind of ask me, how do I go on recovering from a herniated disc or having back pain. So I definitely have a history of back pain and herniated disc. So what I like to tell them is pretty much what I do. Usually I do breathing exercises throughout the day if I'm having back pain or I'm not having back pain. You basically just brace the crap out of your core, and then you breathe in. You're pretty much doing the Valsalva, but I feel like with the Valsalva you are pushing out as hard as you can. I would say you're bracing tight as hard as you can and still breathing in, and that's gonna create this crazy amount of pressure trying to activate all the muscles in your freaking core. I don't know if you've ever read the book by Pavel Sadelstein. He does like a power plank, and that's basically where you're tensing up everything as you can as you plank, and you can only last maybe like 30 seconds at a time or so, and you're pretty much just bracing the crap, or even less than 30 seconds. And basically that's what you're trying to do with your core. You're just trying to activate every goddamn muscle in there, and that's what I do, and I feel like that's gonna help out with strengthening the core even when you're not under loads or you're not specifically doing any anti-rotation, anti-extension, flexion movements. You're basically doing an isolated movement with pretty much trying to brace in as hard as you can. Plus you can do this in public with not too many people staring at you, because you will turn a little red, but at least when you're driving. I like to do it during like a stoplight, but yeah, just a way to incorporate core movements and core strengthening as throughout the day without having to actually be at the gym. You want to look at other days where you are making sure that you have nice tall posture. I know everyone says this, but it's very important. And also even have a rolled up towel in the small of your back on throughout the day if you are not having that nice tall posture, because some people just kind of get lazy and they also just kind of collapse and go forward, and you cause more of that pressure on that herniated disc. In all my videos you probably see me, I'm like, why does Al have that horrible posture while he's talking to the camera? It's because I'm in my car. I'm actually reclined back, so then you can get all the beauty that is Al when I actually drive, because I actually drive like this, like a stick is up my butt kind of thing. So I'm like the opposite of what I was in high school. High school, you lean back like this when you're in high school. Like if someone was right beside you at the red light, they're like, who the hell is driving that car, because you're so laid back. But I learned my lesson. I'm too old for that now. Even though as cool as it looks, I pretty much just drive like this. I'd still do the one palmer because this is a stick shift. It's Asian car, man. Anyways, I digress. I said this video was gonna be short, so let's go ahead and stop right there. Squat day, yo. Alright guys. Alright guys, so that concludes week 4 of the TSA program. You just saw me squat, bench, and pause deadlifts. Now, during the pause deadlifts, everything was pretty good. I would say a 1 out of 10 pain, but stay tuned for next week because then I'm gonna explain why maybe that 1 out of 10 pain isn't what I'm looking for. Alright, so let's end this video off with some food porn. So my wife had a la bowl of pho, which aka a large bowl of pho, and also I had some vermicelli noodles with some pork. That's some wonderful pork. Of course, I love to fine dine on swine. That's my favorite, along with some, of course, egg rolls and some good old barbecue spring rolls. Speaking of Asian food, here's a public service announcement. If you are cooking Spam, make sure you're not doing it shirtless because Spam fights back. I definitely burned myself with the oil. What are you gonna do when you deep fry Spam? So let's end the video off there. Train hard, train smart, cook with a shirt on. My crooked ass knees. So during class, we're talking about the FMS, we're talking about the functional movement screens and pretty much things that are problems. Now, I knew my knock knees were a problem before because it makes me pronate. So basically, my feet cave in a little bit because of my crooked ass knees. I'll give you a